Hello, here I am on Church Street, Liverpool City Centre, again on this lovely sunny, busy afternoon. It really is a splendid day. There's a lot going on, loads of buskers, a lot of activity. But ask yourself this, how did Kensington and Fairfield's present situation arise? It arose through unlimited amounts of new arrivals being dispersed in that once proud working class community, where local politicians either turned a blind eye as to what was happening there or just ignored it. Either way, the area has been changed into something completely different, where various groups, cultures, belief systems, values, standards, identity, characters all prevail, blotting out the original host culture, character and identity that have been there centuries. That's the Liverpool Scouse community. That now is being removed. It is being forced out, yes. Being forced out, or maybe forced isn't the right word. However, the end result is still the same, because they're leaving that once proud working class Scouse community. They're leaving it because obviously what they see happening they don't like. If it was so wonderful and everyone was jumping for joy, no one would be leaving. In fact, everyone would be moving there, but they're not. Hello. But they're not moving there, they're leaving there. So going by that logic, there is no reason not to believe, which is happening anyway, that the same is going to happen and is happening to neighbouring neighbourhoods, Old Swan, Tuebrook, Anfield, just name three as such. It's happening there, so there is no, going by that logic as to what's happened to Kensington and Fairfield, there is no reason to believe it won't happen to neighbouring communities, Old Swan, Tuebrook, Anfield, etc. In fact, it is already happening. So we have the prospect here of not only Kensington and Fairfield losing its Scouse character, identity, culture and status as a Liverpool neighbourhood. We have the same happening. Logically, if you look what's happened to Kensington and Fairfield, logically then the same will happen to neighbouring communities. As I said, Old Swan, Tuebrook, Anfield. You have to excuse me, it's getting very busy here. So we've seen what's happened to that once proud working class Scouse community, Kensington and Fairfield, right? We've seen what's happened there. So going by that logic, there is no reason to believe it's not, which it already is, it's not going to happen to the aforementioned other Scouse Liverpool neighbourhoods, Tuebrook, Anfield, Old Swan, just three to mention. So given local politicians, like I've said, either turned a blind eye, just ignored it, either done one or the other. Given that that's happened regarding Kensington and Fairfield, logically the same will happen to neighbouring communities, as that I've already mentioned, and the local politicians there will turn a blind eye or just ignore it. Hope it'll go away. Hope that by the time they catch up to the football, they've kicked that far ahead of them, they'll be out of office and it's someone else's problem, right? So again, please bear with me, it's getting very, very busy here. So we've seen what's happened to that once proud working class community, and we ask ourselves, how did it get to this present situation? What happened? What went wrong? What were the local politicians thinking, saying, doing? Well, they were doing nothing. They just allowed it to happen. Just put career and self first, because if they put that community first, then it wouldn't be in the mess it's in now. And so going by that logic, like I've said, I'll try and get this right, going by that logic, then the same is going to happen to Old Swan, Tuebrook, Anfield and other neighbouring Liverpool communities. Going by that logic, that's what's going to happen, right? So what do we do? What do we do, Joe? Well, we have to oppose this. Like I've said, in the absence of a credible political party, or even individual or individuals that may stand in these communities, given the absence of such parties or individuals, all we can do is just wait until a time arises when you can put your vote behind a credible party, leader, individuals, and cast your vote that you're opposed to what's happening to your city. I mean, vast majority of people are opposed to it, right? I just think what's happening is that people want the easy way out in life. That's life in general. Everyone wants the easy way out, and they're hoping that this mess is going to sort itself out or go away. Well, it's not. I'm sorry to be the bringer of bad news. It's going to get worse, right? But at least we're forewarned. We know what's on the way. All the communities around the country, they weren't so fortunate, and before they knew it, they lost their local areas, their local dialect, their local ways, traditions, identity, character, culture. We have a chance to keep ours. I mean, it's ours. It's our birthright. We've got a right to keep it. I'm going to cut this short now. It's really getting busy. I hope in the crowds and the busyness on Church Street, I was able to get my message across good enough for you to see where I'm coming from. Okay, thank you.